So in this next problem, we're asked to write a rule for this linear function, and we're being told that this is a linear function, that this line is a linear function, and I can actually see this is a straight line. So being given that it's a linear function, all I really need to do is find a way to write a rule for this, and I already know how to write an equation for a straight line using slope-intercept form. So y is equal to mx plus b, and I also know that slope-intercept form can be written as a function, so I can use this to create my function rule here. So all I really need to do is find a couple of pieces of information. One, I need to find the y-intercept. Remember, b represents the y-intercept. Let me write that down here. So b, this is my y-intercept value. I'm just going to write y-int here. So there's my y-intercept, and m, I need to know what m is, and I'll find m in a little bit. M is the slope. Alright, and now I'm going to just change colors. Well, the y-intercept's easy to find on this graph. All I have to do is look at the y-axis and see where the line crosses the y-axis. And it crosses at 0, positive 2, or 0, 2. So I know that the y-intercept is positive 2 in this case. So I can rewrite my equation now as y is equal to mx plus 2. Alright, from here all I really have to do is find slope. Let's find m, and to do that I'm just going to choose a point on this graph, on the line itself. So choose a point on the line. Let's go ahead and choose -1, 0, and I'm going to plug 0 in for y, and now that's equal to m times -1 plus 2. Alright, I'm going to change colors. And I really didn't even need to write this step out, but it's just good to have a visual here. So I'm going to rewrite this as 0. M times -1, that's just going to give me -m plus 2. So -m plus 2. Alright, now the next step, just change colors again. I want to isolate m, so I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides of the equation. Subtract 2, and these cancel out. I'm left with -2 is equal to -m. But remember, I want to have a positive variable. You want to have a positive variable. So I could divide both sides by -1 or multiply by -1, and that's going to flip the signs or change the signs. So I'm just going to divide by -1 on both sides. So now I'm left with positive 2, it's equal to positive m, but remember you want to lead with your variable, so I'm going to flip this around. So we really have m, it's equal to 2, and I'm going to substitute 2 back into the equation above. So I have y, it's equal to 2x plus 2, but remember, this is one way of writing a function. Another way of writing a function is to use function notation, which would be f of x. So another way of writing this function is f of x is equal to 2x plus 2. So another way of thinking about this, all I've really done is replaced y with f of x. Whenever you see the symbol f of x in an equation, it's telling you that that equation is a function. So either way, you could write this rule as a function by using y equals 2x plus 2 or f of x equals 2x plus 2. These are both the same function. Cool.